What's going on, guys? This is Dario with 5.2 liter, and in today's video I want to talk about driving shoes. Alright guys, your first question is probably, what are driving shoes? What is the difference to a normal shoe? And simply put, this is currently the driving shoe that I'm using. This is the Piloti, here you can see it, Piloti Drift in the color combination asphalt. It's kind of like a dark gray to black, and the main difference is these are very stiff shoes. So while they are very comfortable to wear, the sole is very stiff. It does work for an everyday kind of shoe, but for driving it makes a huge difference because the sole is so stiff. You will get more feedback when you actually hit the gas or the brake, or if you do have a manual, also the clutch with your left foot. The biggest difference is definitely the stiffness of the sole, as you do not want to have a super soft sole in these shoes to get as much feedback as you can get. Also, a big difference is this rounded sole here on the bottom. As you can see, this allows for more flexibility, and most shoes do not have this rounded sole from the factory. So these driving shoes do have that. That is really the main differences, but also this leather really feels great while driving. It allows to actually breathe enough while also being very stiff and giving you really good response. So these are the ones that I currently have. I have also another pair of Pilotis. So really liking Piloti shoes so far. Can only recommend them, but without further ado, I'm going to show you what I was talking about with the flexibility, and yeah, let's go ahead. So obviously what I was talking about, you can see obviously your foot is going to be placed somewhere here. You don't have it lifted up in the air. Hopefully somewhere down here is where you're going to be touching, and as you're touching the gas or the brake or the clutch, obviously your foot is rolling. So this rounded sole makes a huge difference in just ergonomics and just feel. This shoe makes that possible, and this is, in my opinion, the biggest difference between an everyday kind of shoe. So your next question might be, why can't I just get, I don't know, Vans or Adidas or some shoes that just don't have much of a gel, not much of a flexible sole? And they definitely do work. I'm driving a lot of times in my Adidas for like $35. It's a lot cheaper than Piloti shoes, but however, you do not have that rounded sole. You do not have this really great feedback, and especially for heel toe, these shoes have the perfect width in my opinion. Sometimes the shoes aren't wide enough or they are too wide. These shoes really feel really great if you're wanting to learn, or if you're already doing the heel toe downshifts, as you obviously want to be able to blip the gas as you're braking. So that makes it just very, very comfortable and a really nice feel. So as you guys can see, I can push the clutch a lot better when I'm braking and then heel toeing. The width is just perfect, and I have the flexibility on the bottom end of the shoe, not having a hard edge here. Also, one more thing that I nearly forgot to mention, the sole is obviously very, very important as well. If you ever had wet shoes and you got into your manual car and you slipped off your brake when you were heel toeing or something, you really know that grip is really important. And as this is your connection between the foot and the gas pedal, you really want to have good grip, which these shoes really provide. So even when they're slightly wet, I've had zero issues. They're always sticking really, really good to the gas pedal or the brake pedal or clutch. And so that is definitely also a point which my other shoes like Vans, Adidas, whatsoever with like fairly firm soles do not provide. So if you guys are looking into shoes, this is really it. Just as a summary, I can only recommend getting some Piloti or other driving shoes if you find some, just because the simple fact that you have just a firm sole, you get better grip, and the shoes just give you better driving experience. It's like getting a new shifter, like a short throw shifter. It's like, you know, just upgrading something fairly minor, but the driving experience overall really changes. So if you guys like this video, please like, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay loud.